In progress.
All righty, there we are, sir.
Okay. All right. So, so where's the? Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah. So, do you want to read the beginning opening for the COVID notice?
Yeah. I just want to see the actual meeting notice. Yeah. Right. All right. So the purpose tonight is to hold a public hearing at 7 p.m. to hear and act upon the variance request at 336 East End Road on behalf of Stephen Egnarts. The applicant has applied for a variance requesting relief from section 250 regarding front and side yard dimensional setbacks. The applicant, Stephen Egnarts, seeks relief from section 250-13 of the Code of Bolton bylaws. Can we move that over? I can't.
Sure.
For construction of a garage upon a pre-existing non-conforming lot located in Bolton's residential zoning district on 36 East End Road, identified on Assessors Map 5E as parcel 1C. So with that, if you want to do a roll call to be sure we have the whole board here, and then we can open the application to.
One quick correction to the chair. It's parcel 16, map 5E, parcel 16.
5E, parcel 16. Okay, thank you.
That's correct. I'll begin roll call. I'll begin with Chairman Gerard Ahern.
Present.
Member Brian Holmes.
Here.
Mr. Bradley Reed.
Here.
Ms. Elizabeth Hutchins. Moving on, I'll give her a moment. Mr. Andy Kishitz.
Here.
Very good. And Gabrielle Lomano is associate member. Don't see here as well either. Okay. With that reflected, I cede back to the chair.
Let's see. I just want to. Okay, so we have a quorum, and I guess if Elizabeth and or Gabriella show up, then they can catch up with the meeting.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And so do you want to have the applicant bring up the application and have the applicant speak to the request?
Sure. Would the applicant prefer if I allow them to share their screen, or would you like me to bring up the application by myself?
Todd, you're going to have to bring it up yourself.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever's easiest for coordination.
Sure, sure.
If they have documents that they want to share with us and you don't have them, then they can bring that up, but.
Sure. Yep. Just getting out of this. Hang on one quick second. I got to end my share. Hang on. And I will pull up the application here in a moment. Okay. Ready. Can everyone see this okay? Give me one second. Here we go.
Right, Todd, was there an abutters map as part of this package?
Yes, there is, sir. I'll be going over that in just a moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So can everyone see this all right?
Yep.
Excellent, excellent. So Mr. Chair, where would you like me to set this?
So is Stephen Egnarts representing the applicant, the owner or applicants, or are they going to speak to the application?
We do have.
We're here together. We're here together.
Okay, that's fine. So, go ahead.
Good. Glenn, Ann Gleason, and myself, Steve Egnarts. I'm the architect.
Okay.
And we're seeking relief from 250-13 for for dimensional relief because it's a non-conforming lot. I spoke with the building inspector when this project was originally discussed and being conceived, and the building inspector felt that I needed to talk to Todd about it, felt it may need to go before the ZBA because of the non-conforming nature of the lot. The building lot was recorded at the Registry of Deeds in 1927. It's less than an acre. In fact, it's 30, the lot size required in today's zoning is 80,000 square feet. This
Mhm.
lot is 35,719 feet. The required frontage is 200 feet. The frontage is 191. The front yard setback required for this lot is 50 feet. It's 21 feet. And the side yard requirements, current zoning is 20 feet. And on one side of this property, looking northwest, it's 4 feet. The house is 4 feet.
Mhm.
So the reason that we've come before the board is that on the property, currently there is a garage.
Mhm.
The garage is about 20 feet by 14 feet. That garage needs to be either renovated or removed and replaced.
Mhm.
And so we've looked at it, determined that we could rebuild that garage in its current location, but
Mhm.
expand it towards the house,
Okay.
expanding no further to the south and no further to the north and west, and create a 2-car garage for that
Okay.
and a connector for the garage to the house.
Mhm.
So that's the site plan you're looking at that's on the screen right now, reflects the current condition. The garage is freestanding. There's a set of stairs up to a large deck,
Okay.
and then
Yep.
the home.
Mhm.
The new plan shows the proposed 2-car garage and a connector, a somewhat reduced deck on the back, and a screened-in porch.
Can you
Now,
scroll
if you look-
over, Todd, a little bit so we can see that?
Sure, hang on one second.
Mhm. I can see on the left side the existing garage, then the walk up to those stairs and that deck and then the house there. And
Is that better for you, or how would you prefer it, that way, or?
I want to come to the right where we get into the actual proposed development.
sure.
There we go. Yep. Mhm.
Sorry about
All right, so if looking at that drawing,
Mhm.
in order to actually get a current vehicle into that garage, which made back in the 1927, I had either a wagon in it, a cart. I doubt that it had a vehicle, maybe it had a tractor in it. We needed 24 feet in depth. And and because of the position of the 2007 septic system that was added to the site, we could not go any further to the rear of the property. So
Okay.
we are proposing that we build this new garage within the footprint of the existing garage, but
Mhm.
coming forward about 3 feet towards East End Road. But we would still not be any further. We would not exceed the existing front yard setback of the house. So the house
Mhm.
is 21 feet. We're going to be back probably around 24 feet
Mhm.
from the property line.
Okay.
Okay, if you look to the rear of the property and read through the notes, we have a number of issues back there. Number one is we have Great Brook. Great Brook, we've shown the buffer. We have a 50-foot buffer zone line on our drawing. You've got Great Brook, and the 100-foot buffer zone actually comes all the way almost to the street on the site. But more importantly is we have the floodplain. And at the contour of 250 feet, that represents the 100-year floodplain line.
Mhm.
Also behind the existing garage is the new septic system, the 2007 septic system, and the pump chamber, and then the leach field that is up near and running parallel to East End Road. So we kind of felt like we were boxed in because of all the issues on the site in terms of its elevation, the drainage, the wetlands, and the Great Brook. And so it seemed logical to say, listen, if we rebuild the garage, or we can
Mhm.
replace the garage with a new garage. And because we felt it was no more of a detriment to the, or impacted, a negative impact to the existing zoning, that we try to make this garage a 2-car garage.
Mhm.
So if you look at the shaded area, that represents new construction, a new deck, a new sun porch, a new breezeway connector. And then if you take a look at the architectural plans, Todd, if you could go to those.
What's on the
Sure.
back? What's on the back on that? Like you have I can see where the garage would be and into that like breezeway, I guess, or that behind where it says like 253 and above where it says
Right, that's a screened-in porch. Currently, right now, there's a large porch area there.
oh,
We
there is a
just-
porch there. Oh,
You're right, there's a large porch there right now. You can see the dotted line above
Oh,
that area.
yeah.
I'm showing them exactly what's in the back.
Okay. All right. So are they going to, are you enclosing that? Is that what that, or is that just showing the,
Right, we would be enclosing a portion of that, yes, and creating a screened-in porch back there.
okay,
Sorry, I have to keep rotating that. I apologize.
it's okay.
There we go.
I was just
Yeah,
looking
can
at
I
it
ask
as
a
far as what,
clarifying
how
question?
much. Sure. Mhm.
The deck, does the deck meet the side yard setback?
Yes, it does. Yeah, the deck is
Okay,
well
so-
out of the side yard.
So that is the reason why the deck does not need to be mentioned on the application itself, because it is subject to the variance there.
Correct.
Well, the deck is
Thank you.
not new. The deck is an existing condition.
Right.
Yeah, so we're not proposing to build a new deck there. We're going to be building on, it's a well-built deck, one that was
Yeah.
that's there. We were planning on reducing its size somewhat, but not to replace it.
Yeah, no, I couldn't, just from the optics of that, the proposed plan, it looked where it was shaded in and connected to all the other things. For me, it looked like maybe they were building something there, like an addition or something, and we just look to see what they were, increasing. We want to look at, we normally when we're dealing with non-conforming, we look toward, not extending or the non-conformance, to the extent we can avoid that, so. But if
Okay,
that's sort of
yep.
out of the process, it just shows where some additional work will be done, but it's not part of the application. We're actually just dealing with the deck here. Mhm.
That's correct. Yes.
To the chair, if I may.
Yep.
The element here that our inspector, Michael Savaggio, brought to my attention upon our discussion, the element here that's enhancing any existing nonconformity is that 3 feet or so, as you can see where my cursor is here presently.
Yep. Mhm.
It's this item here that presses further into the front yard setback, although it does not exceed.
It does not exceed where the home's initial, point is on that setback.
That would be enhanced nonconformities from the existing garage that's standing now up about 3 feet per the applicant, up to where this hash line is here present,
Right.
like
Mhm.
right there.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right. I mean, and for probably desirability and the look, I mean, and ease of access to the property and to the house, it would make sense to fit that all together and, let's say, not to try to find a spot somewhere else on the property, but your driveway, your garage, then they'd have to extend the driveway, and sure there'd be other complications given what the applicant's spoken about for some of the challenges on the site as well.
Yeah, as soon as we move out of that area, it's a raised area on the site. Once we move out of pretty much, if you look at the radius, the well radius line,
Mhm.
that's you move out of that, you're into the 250 floodplain, 250 foot elevation floodplain,
Mhm.
100-year floodplain line. And would certainly like to stay out of that.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because more flooding as we see around the US and other places. So,
We get 25-year floods every 5 or 6.
Yeah, it seems like every weekend.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, any questions from the board?
Can you go back to the drawings?
Oh, sure. Give me 1 second. Sorry, it's a little bit clunkier to do this on a laptop. I apologize. There you go, sir. That's
Thank
the
you.
proposed is right there. That's the back. I don't know what you're looking for. So,
Yep, I just wanted to see them all.
sure. And then it's the front, of course.
Mhm.
That's the floor plan. Very simple, streamlined through this way. It's the breezeway attached and enclosed.
Two-car garage. Let's look at the, click down a second, first floor. So
Sure.
is there a second floor on the garage?
There's an attic space, yes, that we plan on finishing.
Okay, so it won't be, not for living space or whatnot, it's just gonna be for storage on,
No, it would be actually for a living, like a big work studio.
Okay.
So if you look at the, Todd, go to the elevations. And you can see the space that ends up being up there.
There we go. I'll go to the other side. You can see the back, probably a little bit better.
And then the facing East End Road with the 2 dormers to match the dormers on the house.
Mhm.
Adds a bit of symmetry to it.
So it's just workspace, it's not gonna be living space, correct? It's not gonna be like have a bathroom or, are you limited by septic and things like that, or what is the?
No, I spoke with the Board of Health and we're good as far as septic. We were planning on putting a bathroom in there, yes.
And just as a point to the
And
chair,
as
if
a
I may,
room,
to the chair, if I
sorry,
may.
Todd.
Yes, go ahead, Todd.
I would just remind that for this zoning class, accessory dwelling units are allowed by right.
Mhm.
So if this were to become livable space, provided Board of Health, can give a thumbs up to the septic concerns, that would be something that would be permissible under current regulation.
Okay.
I mean,
So if
the
they
current
were-
plan is to
Mhm.
create a workroom up there for Ann and Glenn and to have a bathroom up there. And, the home is very small, so this would certainly, get, add space, heated space to the,
Mhm.
to everything here, so.
Mhm.
That was the challenge, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
Just one quick question. What is our requirement for the maximum amount of build out that can be taking place under a variance? Trying to think, was it 50%?
Yes.
So it's not increasing the floor space of the by greater than that threshold.
Yeah, is it 50%? I can't remember.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
That
Okay.
was where I was talking about, trying to get to it. Maybe I didn't ask it clear enough, but where they're building it out and making it additional living space or whatever on the second floor, just to be sure that we don't pin ourselves down to something that, but thanks for clarifying that, Brad.
Okay.
So I guess we should ask, what is the increase? Just so we know.
Yeah. Stand by. It will look like we're going to be adding about 600 square feet. That's just counting the second floor attic space, not the garage.
Mhm.
And the main footprint of the house, 30 by 24.
220.
Yeah, it's well within that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you just look at the first floor, we're going to be less than the first floor.
Right.
Because on that second floor, there'll be once we lose headroom to 5 feet, which will be significant.
Mhm.
The upstairs is only going to have, well, as you look at the garage plan that's currently up there, pull that back down, Todd. 10 feet of that second floor is not countable space for
Right.
the area.
Okay,
Yeah, interesting.
Okay.
all right. Hmm.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm especially fond of the side profile. That looks quite pleasing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does.
Right. Now,
Perspective.
Todd, are there anyone on the call from the abutters? Andy had referenced earlier about the abutters list. Were there any communications on behalf of abutters regarding the property? Any in favor or opposed or just silent?
No, sir, I have not had any, I have not had any reply back from the notified abutters for the assessor certified list.
Okay. And so it was certified and did go out, so,
Yes. Oh, yes,
and they got noticed of the meeting, right?
correct. I sent those out myself.
Okay. No.
Until we hire my assistant, which if anyone knows anyone, I would encourage them to apply.
Yeah, I understand that. So, okay, so we don't have any abutters or anyone to else chime in with any questions or comments.
No, sir. I have not heard anything, one peep either for nor against.
Okay,
this
that's fine.
particular
I just want to be able to, if we have a public audience, that they have an opportunity to speak. Mhm. So I guess if anyone else have any questions, or anyone's questions been answered satisfactorily?
No, I don't have any. I'm good.
Okay, thanks, Brian.
I'm
Andy,
fine.
you good there? Brad?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right, so then I guess we can entertain a motion to close the public hearing portion of this. And then we could then have a motion to how we want to proceed on the application. And if there's any conditions to put on the decision as well, one the standard one just for the applicants. Benefit is that normally on situations like this, where we have plans submitted and drawings, that we normally have a condition that whatever is ultimately built will be done in substantial conformity to the plans submitted and discussed on the call. So that would be something that we would include in the decision. So
I will make a motion to close the hearing at this point.
Second.
Second,
Andy Beecher. With that reflected, I'll begin a roll call vote. I'll begin with Chairman Gerard Ahern,
yes,
Mr. Brian Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Bradley Reed, Mr. Reed,
Yes,
yep,
and Mr. Kishitz.
yes.
Very good. Motion carries.
mhm. All right, so the motion to close the hearing passes. And then I guess now, if there's any discussion on the actual motion to either approve or the application, and then if that condition were to be the only condition, or if there's any other conditions any member have, we can craft that into the motion.
Guess I would motion to approve the application based on the conformity of the plans as discussed at the meeting today.
Okay,
I will second that.
Very good. I will begin a roll call vote to approve this application with the sole condition that it is within substantial conformity of the proposed plans. I will
Mhm.
begin by calling roll of, beginning a roll call of Gerard Ahern,
yes,
Brian Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Bradley Reed,
Yes,
and Mr. Andy Kishitz.
Yes,
With 4 votes present, motion passes.
right. Okay, so you'll so the motion passes, which is good for the applicant, and then you'll let them know the timeline for
Yes.
decision process and, then the filing that they'll have to do once the decision is recorded in town.
Sure. If the applicants and Mr. Ignatz would allow, I'd be happy to go over the basics and the process forward from here with them after this meeting's adjournment, just to go over the process from here.
Okay, that's fine, if that works for them. And then I guess we normally have one vote, if it's still the board's favor to have a vote to have me sign on behalf of the board. But again, that's always open if people want to be involved in the signing process.
So motioned.
Okay,
Second,
Very good. A roll call vote to empower the chairman to sign on behalf of the board. I'll begin with Chairman Gerard Ahern,
yes,
Mr. Brian Holmes,
yes.
Mr. Brad Reed. Mr. Reed, sir? Very good.
Yes.
Thank you. And Mr. Andy Kishitz.
Yes.
That
Okay.
motion
Have
carries.
we-
Gerard is empowered to sign on behalf of the board.
perfect. So that that really is it. I guess, is that all we have for the agenda tonight? Is this item?
That's correct, sir. That's it.
No minutes or anything? So then we would just need a motion to close.
That's correct. That's correct. There will be minutes at the next hearing. Once I get that assistant, I don't want to give you a deluge of minutes, but
Yeah.
chipping away at them as best I can.
Yeah, okay. Well, is the town
I
actually? looking for
motion
one
we
for you?
adjourn.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry.
The town is currently
Good.
working towards hiring someone. We have a couple of strong candidates, so I'm enthused to say that we should have someone soon.
Oh, nice. Okay, good.
Thank
So we
you
have
for
a
your
motion
time,
to
guys.
adjourn.
Appreciate
It
it.
was, okay, yeah, thanks. Was there approval that motion to adjourn or second?
Just hold on.
Second it.
We'll
just hold
we'll
Mr.
stay on, Todd.
Thank you, sir. Sorry.
Okay, so it was seconded, so just a roll call on the,
Yes, that's right. I'll begin roll call vote. I'll begin with Chairman Gerard Ahern,
yes?
Mr. Holmes,
Yes.
Mr. Reed,
Yes.
and Mr. Kishit.
Yes.
And with that, good sirs, the meeting has adjourned.
All right, thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep,
Take care,
Good
everyone.
luck. Thanks.
longest day tomorrow. Bye.
All right, have a good one. All right, so I will stop recording. So give me 1 second.
Okay. Thanks, Todd.
Oh, anytime. Thank you so much.
Recording
Well-
stopped.
So where we go from here. The way this works is per Mass General Law, there is what's called a 20-day appeal period, where after this, after I draft up the decision here reflecting what's occurred today, I get that just provisionally stamped in with the town clerk. From there, that begins the timer for a 20-day appeal period. In case any of your butters that couldn't make this meeting would like to launch an appeal, actually try to bring you to court over what's occurring and what's proposed to occur, actually the construction of your garage. I don't expect that to happen. I really don't. But it is Mass General Law that we have to abide by. So you have to wait 20 days, 20 days, before this variance takes effect. However, you are able to begin work on construction of your garage. However, keep note that if you do decide to do this, it is done at your own risk. Okay, that's very important that you know that. So if you begin building your garage and then all of a sudden an angry neighbor comes in and grabs a lawyer and tries to bring you into court, they have the right to do that as long as it's within the 20-day appeal period. After that 20-day appeal period, you're free and clear. You just have to bring your variance to the board registry of deeds, and then you get that stamped in, and then your variance takes effect, and then you're off to the races and you can start construction with no worries. Okay? Does that make, do you have any questions with that?
No,
I do not expect anyone to kick down the door with a lawyer, but I must let you know that's how the process works. Okay, guys? And
It's
after
only
that,
happened once before. to me.
I've been
On a Friday.
I've been at this for a long time. I have yet to see this happen. I expect it will one day, but that day has not happened yet. So just to keep-
The Bolton post office.
that's been the one. Okay.
That was one project. That was,
I've heard horror stories from other folks in the discipline. Some of my colleagues, they've told me some crazy stories, but I don't expect that to happen here. But I don't want you to be without being educated fully. Okay. So the way this works is After I get the decision signed by the chair and then stamped in by the town clerk, that's what starts that timer. So your timer doesn't start today. If you just be in communication with me, I will let you or Mr. Egnatz know when that timer starts. I'll also let Mr. Egnatz or you know when that timer is elapsed, and then you can pick up your decision that's been signed and stamped. You bring that decision to the Registry of Deeds over in Worcester, get that stamped in, and that's what actually turns on your variance. That's what activates it, okay? I know it's a little bit arcane and a little bit wonky, but that's the way the law works, and I can't change it, okay?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're very, very, very welcome. Congratulations to you both. Variances are usually quite hard to get, so good on you.
Thank you.
They
Thank
are.
you.
You laugh, but
Thanks for your
variances,
help, Todd.
they are a
Your
tacit
direction.
permission to break the zoning code. That doesn't happen all that much.
Yeah.
So either way, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to give me a ring or shoot me an email. Mr. Egnatz has my email. This is complicated. Townplanner@townofbolton.com. Very, very hard to remember. But if you need me for anything, feel free to give me a call or reach out. Okay.
Thank
Most
you.
definitely. Great.
Very welcome.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Thanks, Todd.
Bye bye. Yep. Have a good one, Steve.